My mom slapped my pregnant wife. Me 31 and my wife 26 been together for 5 years. My wife has anxiety disorder that she's been suffering from when she was a teenager, and it got worse when she miscarried 2 years ago. It's really got her. She refused to come to terms with what happened. She refused therapy and ended up developing PTSD on top of what she's been dealing with. It's been an incredibly hard time on both of us. She'd always get angry with anyone she comes into contact with. Friends and family understood what she was going through and gave her some space, except for my mom, who began shaming my wife for behaving in such a disgraceful manner and for not taking care of me and her house like a good wife should, even called her crazy on numerous occasions. I went low contact with my mom. I had to clear my head and give my wife the time and space she needed to heal. A few weeks ago, my wife called me while I was at work and told me that she was pregnant. I gotta say, it was totally unexpected because we both were not ready, especially my wife. But it just happened. The thing is, we both wanted this for a long time. My wife was crying, asking me what she should do. I was stunned. I thought this would make her happy. I totally did not expect that kind of reaction from her, and that's how I noticed her anxiety was getting worse now that she found out she's pregnant. After having a long discussion, we decided we wanted to go through with the pregnancy. My wife would have mood swings. She'd want something in 1 minute, then change her mind in the other. She's been feeling anxious all the time, having uncontrollable thoughts about things going bad with her pregnancy. It's not like because she had a bad day or feeling nervous, it's more. She's been experiencing excessive worry and tension ever since. My mom found out and decided to barge in and offer help with whatever thing she is happy and excited to be a grandma. Then it started again. My mom went back to harassing my wife. She couldn't help herself. She started making nasty comments on her condition, saying things like, "Oh, it's just a pregnancy thing. When I was pregnant, I went through this and went through that." Then she'd say that my wife must be possessed by a demon or is a drug addict. She'd get into fights and arguments with my wife. She even tried to blame her for the miscarriage. At that point, I realized the damage that my mom was causing. It affected our life, our marriage, and made my wife's mental health worse. When both my wife and her got into a huge argument, my mom ended up calling her an attention whore, and it went as far as slapping her across the face to get her to wake up and realize what she was doing. It hit my wife like a ton of bricks. I was so mad when I found out. I told my mom to stop coming to our house and leave my wife alone. She took it as in I was trying to cut her out and keep her away from her unborn grandbaby. I didn't care what she was saying. I just made sure she got the message. This caused my wife to have more panic attacks episodes than she used to have in the past, which could result in loss of fetus during the first trimester, and if she somehow makes it to the second, third trimester, might have a serious risk of premature labor. That's what the doctor said, and as a result, she stopped going to the doctor's appointments out of fear and discomfort. She's been given antidepressants medication, but she started overtaking them, and I had just discovered that lately. It's so overwhelming. She is currently attending CBT sessions weekly. She still had difficulty sleeping and lack of appetite. She's still easily triggered to have panic attacks, but we've been told that it would get better in the upcoming few weeks. I've been no contact with my mom, and now she's calling apologizing for slapping my wife and that she was just concerned for her mental health and that she's realized that I and her grandbaby need her in this time and that she just wants to be there and help for both of our sakes. I told my wife that my mom reached out and wanted to apologize to her for assaulting her. My wife's response was just a stare, not a yes or no. She just told me that she loves me and that she is happy as long as I am happy. Should I give her a second chance? Am I overreacting in being unsure about letting her into our life again? Your mother physically assaulted your vulnerable wife and you want to forgive her because she said I'm sorry? I think you need to push your own desire to reconcile with your mother on the back burner. She is a dangerous risk you cannot afford to take right now. Your family come first. Do not push your wife when she is not capable of defending herself. I think you severely underreacting to this incident. She should have a restraining order filed against her to show your wife that you'll protect her at all cost. You absolutely should not give your MIL another chance. Regardless that your wife was pregnant, she slapped her. She slapped her. She's lucky the cops were called and she was arrested for assault. She stressed your wife out to where your wife is in fear of the baby, and she now realized you were serious about the no contact, so now she's trying to make amends. It will happen again. Mark my words. Your wife's reaction screams of someone who just don't have any more spoons to fight you and your mother both while trying to get through this pregnancy unscathed with a healthy baby at the end. She's giving up on fighting for herself, which means that she needs you now more than ever. I mean, did you even truly hear this part? That she's realized that I and her grandbaby need her in this time and that she just wants to be there and help for both our sakes. Funny how she doesn't seem all that worried about the incubator, just you and baby. Of course, in her mind, someone has to be around for both of your sakes to protect you all from your crazy wife. No, she doesn't get a second chance to harass and assault your wife. Protect your wife. Her incredible need for your support could not be more obvious in what you've written. No contact with your mom who assaulted your wife. It was a mistake to even say that your mom reached out to her. You are the one who needs to shut your mom down and keep her away. Otherwise, instead of protecting your wife and unborn baby, you are enabling their abuse and trauma at the hands of your horrible mother. Step 1. Stop having anything to do with your mom, but especially stop letting your wife down by putting her in a position where she has to hear about or be around her abuser. Step 2. Seek out avenues to support your wife's mental health and go to the therapy yourself. Just plan on not letting your mom back into your life, at minimum until the baby is like one. Through my heart says forever, because she will never be a good influence on you, your family, or your child. But at least get wife through pregnancy and postpartum first trimester before letting your mom put you all back in emotional turmoil and despair, which is what she's doing. Babies don't need grandparent that physically and mentally assault its mom. Your wife was probably in shock that you would even say that you want to give your mom a second chance. Your mom is blocked and no contact till after the baby is born. Then reevaluate with your wife and do what your wife wants. She and your baby come first or you're looking at a divorce. Her home should be a safe place and you should rip your mom a new one. Your mother assaulted your pregnant wife while she was still dealing with traumatic miscarriage, and you want her back in your life with access to your wife and baby. Your mother has shown you exactly who is she and what she thinks of your wife and marriage. Your mother will ruin your wife's postpartum bonding with your baby. Postpartum depression can be debilitating and scary. Please do not force her on your wife. Maybe talk about it after the baby's first birthday. It's your job to protect your wife from your mother if necessary. If anyone else slapped your wife, how would you react? That is your answer. Your wife is extremely emotionally fragile right now. You need to do whatever you need to do in order to protect your wife. Your mom doesn't get a say, and there are some things relationships can recover from. Assaulting your wife is one of them. Slapping her was assault. There is absolutely no reason for your mother to be involved at any point during this pregnancy, and frankly, I think it would be years before I let her anywhere near your wife or child, if ever. Tell your mother that the most helpful and loving things that she can do right now is back off 100%. If she isn't willing to do that, then you know she isn't sorry for what she did. She is sorry for that her behavior didn't get what she wanted. In other words, your mother is sorry for herself and doesn't give a shit about your life.